Here's the installation instructions for installing the LUMA Series 510 turret camera. It comes with these accessories here. You're going to want to take this Allen wrench out of the bag and use it. First thing we're going to do is take the mounting plate off so we can attach it to the junction box at the location where we want the camera installed. Right here, that's the mounting plate. And to get that off, you have to unscrew this screw right here. Just takes a couple twists and it's loose, allowing for you to turn this mounting plate and take it off. It's going to be hooked inside to a safety strap, which is helpful because you're going to be hanging this, installing this while it's hanging from your location. And you'll notice the ring has markings for dual and single gang junction box mounting options, which is very helpful. So you're going to mount your ring to your junction box. Here's your junction box right here. We're going to invert what we're doing here. You're going to grab the camera housing, take it up with you on the ladder, precariously hang it from this little hook. It seems like it's a little nerve-wracking, but it's a pretty strong cord. So the camera is hanging. You are going to unscrew these two screws here, which will allow us to access the connections on the camera. And in our case, we're just running a shielded Cat5 connector wire to the camera location. You can have it terminated already, which is nice. I'll show you why you're allowed to do that. You open up the back, and inside are the connections. And it's just on this little hinge system right here, which is nice. So the weatherproof gasket is right here, comes off. There's a bunch of plugs for all the different wiring you can use. We're just using a Cat5 cable, so we're going to undo that plug. Just comes out like that. You're going to, which is nice, you can already be terminated. You just pull this apart, slip your Cat5 cable through, close it back up, and reattach it. I'm actually going to put the plug back in since this isn't the real install. Then we don't have to take the bottom off again. And then the Cat5 cable just plugs into that port. I'm going to close it back up. Mind you, you're on top of a ladder and this is hanging from the junction box still, so take your time. You're going to lock these two screws back down. Those are locked down. Then you're going to install your camera to the back plate that's mounted to the junction box. Notice that the back plate has a location that says front, as does the plate on the camera. Right there says front. Those need to line up. Drop or push the camera up into the little keyhole slots here, and then you're going to turn the camera and it'll lock in there. Well, it's actually not locked in until you go back and retighten this back plate mounting screw. You're going to have to push on it a little bit so the threads make contact with the hole inside. takes a few times to figure out that out. Anyway, so now it's all locked. Mind you, the camera is currently hanging from the ceiling, but it's up there now and it's solid. To adjust the camera, I'm going to turn it around here. You're going to take off the trim ring, and you'll notice the little unlock and lock sign. Right now it's locked. It's lined up with this tab. You're going to turn it to unlocked, and it'll just pop off. And you're going to loosen this screw. You don't need to take it all the way out, so you can turn the camera housing in the direction you want it facing. So you loosen it. It's pretty loose. And you'll notice now the camera turns freely on the base. Let's say we find our position. You can adjust the turret now or later. If we like that, we'll lock it down. Pretty tight. And then you'll just want to line up the lock symbol, or the unlock symbol, because we're putting it back on, with the white tab down there. And there's actually 2 locations around the camera where there's little slots that allow it to drop in. You kind of got to put a little pressure on it to make sure it drops in. So we got that lock symbol lined up with the tab. I think I got all 3 little tabs in, and then you're going to turn it towards the lock and it'll kind of click. And now it's all locked into place. What's nice too is it comes with this little slot that allows you to run a wire in from the outside. It just comes out. But our junction box wire is going right into this hole right here. And that's it.